As we stand on the cusp of the 75th Indian Republic Day, a celebration of unity and sovereignty, we have the privilege of engaging in a conversation with the Indian Ambassador to the Kingdom of Bahrain, His Excellency Vinod K. Jacob. Your Excellency, thank you for this opportunity for joining us on the Bahrain this week on this very special occasion. Happy Republic Day.
Thank you. Happy Republic Day to you and to the readers of Bahrain this week.
Thank you, Your Excellency. To begin with, the very important question, how do you see the bilateral ties, even otherwise a very healthy and a beautiful friendship, prospering in the coming years, and how do you place yourself, your role in the coming years, especially you're at the beginning of your tenure in the country?
Yeah. Thank you for that question. That's an important and relevant question in the bilateral relationship. I would say that the relationship is strong and robust. The relationship is based on fundamental consensus between the leadership on both sides. Most recently, it is articulated during the state visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in August 2019, where they reiterated the fundamental basis of the engagement, which is the long-standing historic ties, civilizational values, common interests, and the commitment to taking the relationship forward. Now, the aim is to engage and strengthen this relationship across political, economic, trade, commerce, culture, people to people, defense, higher education, science and technology, all areas, and also new frontier areas like renewable energy, information technology, IT, etc. Now, my role in it is the role of any Indian ambassador anywhere in the world to convert the consensus that my leadership has reached with the leadership of the Kingdom of Bahrain and into reality and take the relationship to the next level. And I intend to do it by promoting and protecting Indian interests, promoting and protecting the interests of Indian citizens, Indian nationals here, supporting them in their consular responsibilities and activities, and also negotiating the relevant agreements for taking the relationship forward.
Right. Very well said, Your Excellency. And in any bilateral ties, what I think plays a crucial role is the cultural ties and also people-to-people connection. So what are the embassy's initiatives to ensure, especially the recently concluded India and Bahrain Festival was an amazing testament to people-to-people ties, and we saw a very good Bahraini presence here who really lauded that. How do you see the embassy placing that front in importance in the focus?
At the outset, I must thank you for the publicity you have given to the India and Bahrain Festival. This is the first such initiative, and I am told that it was a grand success. People from all walks of life within the Indian community, as well as prominent Bahraini individuals came and participated, and I am grateful to this participation. Of course, that is a manifestation of the deep-rooted cultural and civilizational ties between India and Bahrain, which is more than 4,000 years old. When you talk about culture and people-to-people, there are two aspects, past as well as the present. Now, in terms of the past, we have a great past. So there's a lot of elements that we can pick up on, and that is the aim of these festivals and the outreach activities. In the present are the things that we have to do for laying the basis for the future. So we are going to push for activities of the ICCR here, support activities of Indian community organizations who want to promote Indian culture here with the help of the Bahraini authorities, encourage movement of journalists between India as well as Bahrain. As we speak, there are a group of
I think there is a group
of 8 journalists from Bahrain who are in India. They visited Taj Mahal and many other places. We have also had Bahraini government officials who have gone on visits to India as part of the G20 summit which took place last year. After I joined, we have started what is called the Visit Embassy program for encouraging the youth in Bahrain, Indian youth in Bahrain as well as Bahraini youth, to understand and appreciate the bilateral relationship and understand the new India, the India which offers huge opportunities for growth for the region as well as for the world.
Right. Indeed, we are all proud at this moment to see the development in our country, and it's it's rightfully our responsibility to showcase the new India. And I would congratulate you on this program of Visit India, because I could see on the Instagram the school students visiting, and it is a great opportunity for people to see like what things are happening in the embassy. Coming to the diaspora, the Indian diaspora in Bahrain, they are very lively, they are very active. I'm sure you agree with me. How do you think the Indians in Bahrain can contribute to this effort of the mission to promote India at its best, as well as such a large number, isn't it, Your Excellency? How do you look at their concerns, and what is the mechanism that the mission has in place to address these?
So I agree with you about the importance of the Indian diaspora for the bilateral relationship. In terms of numbers, it is around 340,000 as of October 2023. They are a very vibrant community. And I must tell you, in the almost 6 months that I have been here, I have received only support and excellent assistance from the Indian community. So I must take this opportunity to, provided by your platform, to convey to the Indian community my sincere appreciation for all the support that they have given. I have seen that in the various open houses that I have held once a month. But also, when I look at the overall picture of the diaspora in Bahrain, I split it into two parts, roles as well as responsibility. The Indian diaspora has certain roles for the bilateral relationship. It has certain responsibilities for the bilateral relationship. When we look at the roles, I would say in the way in which they have conducted themselves, in the way in which they have contributed to the economic prosperity of Bahrain, in the way in which they have acted as a bridge between the two societies, they have done an exemplary job. And while doing that, they have carried out important responsibilities by following what are essential requirements in any ordered society, which is that they have followed the laws and rules of Bahrain. I am very happy to state that overall the Indian community have lived as good guests to excellent hosts, which is the leadership, the government and the people of Bahrain. And it is my hope that during my tenure, the cooperation between the two societies will be strengthened as a result of the positive contributions of the Indian diaspora.
Right. And I would reiterate the excellent host part, because I'm myself here for 25 years, and what more can we ask for in living in a country like Bahrain? Thanks to the royal leadership, as we celebrate, I'm sure Bahrain is equally celebrating. Your Excellency, this year's Republic Day, the 75th Republic Day, what is going to happen? What do we have? Because the embassy has been vibrant in all the festivals, in all celebrations, especially the Independence and the Republic Day. What's new this year, and how are we going to celebrate it?
The 26th of January every year is the Republic Day of India. It's a solemn occasion. It's a highly ceremonial occasion where we celebrate the fact that we have adopted the Indian Constitution in 1950 and its relevance in the contemporary time. So that is a day on which all Indian nationals in Bahrain are welcome to the Indian Embassy for the flag hoisting in the morning. We also used it as an opportunity to recall the sacrifices of our freedom fighters, the contribution of the drafters of the Constitution, an amazing document, the role of the Indian Armed Forces, and definitely the role of the Indian diaspora, Indians living all around the world. While also doing that, we also remember the challenges and the suffering that our compatriots face in India and abroad, and try to work together with a sense of purpose with local governments, host governments, etc., to alleviate those challenges and sufferings.
And Your Excellency, to conclude, you mentioned about the future, you mentioned about your role. Coming to the host country and our country, the collaborations. How do you look at the future collaborations? You did mention the new areas, new avenues where we could tap into, especially the technology or the already existing pharmaceutical industry, science, isn't it? Space, Bahrain is equally. So how do you look at the future collaborations, possibilities?
Now, there is something significant about this bilateral relationship. Quite unique in this region if we look at it, which is that this is a civilizational relationship. Bahrain used to be the place from where different people at different parts of time and history have come to India, the Indian subcontinent. And from there they have gone to different places like Sri Lanka, Southeast Asia, etc. So Bahrain is the direct connect between the Gulf and the Indian subcontinent. Now, the leadership in Bahrain has through the Al Khalifa dynasty for more than 200 years have consistently encouraged good cooperation with India, irrespective of who were in power or authority in Delhi. So I must appreciate the excellent leadership on the Bahraini side, represented through the Al Khalifa dynasty over the past 200 plus years, and their foresight and the vision. The fact that they realized today, for instance, His Majesty, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, and the entire leadership, the governments, they realize and they appreciate that India is a partner for Bahrain with whom they can work with a sense of confidence, with a sense of purpose. They realize that India offers an excellent growth story. Similarly, on the Indian side, there is a rediscovery of the old relationship, and they see that with this region growing and prospering, taking on new challenges, dealing with it in a very sophisticated way, Bahrain is ideally located, strategically located for further engagement with this region. And that forms the basis for the relationship going forward, that we saw during the state visit of Prime Minister Modi, in the way he was received by the Indian community here, the honor that he was bestowed upon by His Majesty King Hamad. And I'm pretty encouraged by the fact that the leaderships on both sides look at the bilateral relationship through the same prism. Now, in the last few months, the world has seen important changes. And even on that, we see a high degree of convergence. Be it the challenge of cross-border violence or terrorism, be it the transnational issues of climate change, etc. There is a high degree of convergence between India and the Kingdom of Bahrain, which gives further encouragement to someone like me and my counterpart, Bahraini counterpart in New Delhi, to say that, there is a whole world out there to further explore in the India-Bahrain bilateral relationship to take it to the next level.
Great. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for joining us. You did wish the Bahrain This Week readers, but can we have your Republic Day message to the Indian diaspora through our channel, please?
I am very happy to note that Bahrain This Week has been an active participant in promoting the India-Bahrain bilateral relations through the platform that it has, and also through the active participation in the very many initiatives that the embassy has been taking. For instance, most recently India and Bahrain. Earlier, ever since I joined the Republic Day, the Independence Day function, as well as all subsequent activities. And I hope that the readers of Bahrain This Week will benefit by this partnership. I want to tell the Indian community in Bahrain that you have carried yourselves well. Your families have contributed actively to the society here. You've been an important element of the economic prosperity of the Kingdom of Bahrain. You follow the rules and laws of the Kingdom of Bahrain. I would urge you to continue to do that, and also act as a sort of force multiplier for the India-Bahrain bilateral relationship in the years to come.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
That was the Indian Ambassador to the Kingdom of Bahrain, His Excellency Vinod K. Jacob, sharing his perspectives on the bilateral ties and beyond as we celebrate the 75th Indian Republic Day. This is Rajiv Unikrishnan for the Bahrain This Week. Happy Republic Day to all the Indians and those who are celebrating it in Bahrain and beyond.